So this first part of the series, we're going to try and install Bootstrap, and then I'm going to move into Materialize later. So let's start out with Bootstrap, and right here we have Bootstrap, and you have a getting started guide right here, but that's not the one we're going to use. When you're going to use these frameworks, there's pretty much always some kind of Angular wrapper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for ng Bootstrap instead of just Bootstrap. So I'm going to search for that, and you'll notice right here I get a few different results. Now there is the Angular powered Bootstrap, this guy right here. Let's just try and open that one. Now this is one way to start using Bootstrap supported by Angular. So we can use that one. Let's just try and do another search, ng Bootstrap, because there's another framework which is this guy, the Angular7 one, which I've also tried to use. That's also another way to kind of wrap Bootstrap. So think of Bootstrap as a set of JavaScript files, some CSS, that we can actually use in our code to kind of wrap all the different things you have, like a button will be wrapped, you'll have your input fields will be wrapped in this code so that they look different, right? But you also have some JavaScript code to kind of show you the drop downs, right? Stuff like this, that's run by some JavaScript code to kind of extend those and change those. So we need to have some JavaScript code in there as well. And right now we're using TypeScript. So by using these Bootstrap wrappers right here for Angular, somebody has made some different TypeScript libraries or directives that can kind of execute this code for you to kind of show drop downs and to use some of these crazy beautiful things that we can do that are everything that's like collapsible, everything that has to use some JavaScript to actually execute. You have this right here inside. Let's do the carousel. Let's scroll down to see the slider. When I'm doing this, for instance, some JavaScript is run, and we actually have some helper classes for that inside these Angular wrappers right here. So it's easy for us to write it in an Angular way instead of writing pure JavaScript inside our Angular application. And that is very helpful because when you do the deploy, there's still a lot of stuff that has to be considered when we do the deploy. So we want to keep our code inside an Angular environment. So we have to pick one of these. Now I haven't quite picked which one I feel is the best one, to be honest. They're both pretty strong when I look at them, and when you open this you can see the supported. Notice again, it's not all the different things that are available in Bootstrap that we see in here. These components are all the ones that need some kind of JavaScript to execute. So they're the ones that they extend for us. And you'll notice in Bootstrap there's a lot more to pick from, right? But some of these are stuff that doesn't use any JavaScript, so we don't need to extend them. So here are the ones that they support right here. And if we go into the other one and press get started, you'll see here the ones that they support. So we pretty much have the same support. The difference is if you click, for instance, an alert, you can try and check out if it makes sense. You have some good code examples right here on how to use an alert inside Angular. Don't worry, we'll jump into this and try it out later on. Let's try and go to buttons because that's the first thing we want to test. Again, you have a good explanation on how to use a button here inside this this setup right here. Let's try and jump to Angular7 and click buttons there. Again, you have some information about how to use buttons. You have a small example on how to use it, etc., right? So it seems that both of them have both good code examples and also have an installation guide. So it's up to you which one you want to pick. I'm going to try and pick Angular7 this time just to try and see how that works. So that's the one that we're going to try and install in the next lesson. But I just want again for you all to understand, it doesn't matter which one you pick. There might be some differences. They're both supporting Bootstrap, they're both supporting Angular, and they're kind of being created parallel to each other, hopefully being updated parallel. But you can try and check out, a good thing is just to check out their GitHub repos and see if they actually make changes to the GitHub repos. And I think they both do right here in this case, so I'm not that concerned. Let's try and check Angular7. Last updated 14 days ago, 7 days ago, so I'm not concerned at all. Let's try and check if we can find the Bootstrap link right here. But I think this is a good place to kind of go if you're in doubt if things are actually being updated. You should always go here and just have a look. I don't know if I can find the Bootstrap one. And let's try and go. Yeah, there we have the GitHub link right there, 2 months, 3 days. So they're also being updated constantly. So you can pick any one of these. So next lesson, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Angular7 one, but again, I really don't care which one you use. It's up to you. If you want to use Bootstrap, you have those two available. So that's it for this lesson. See you next time. Have fun.